See the geek to just re-enlisted for 47 months. Zomb.
What's up, friends? I'm here. I am, in fact, here. Saw Jim's question pop up there right before I went on. So our October shows are only weekend shows. So it's 2 Saturdays and a Sunday. So I'll be there tomorrow and I'll be there Sunday, but not tonight. But howdy, everybody. How you doing? Phoenix, first one out of the gate. Phoenix! And CB Geek here as well. Also, 47-month resub in a row. Thank you so much for that, CB Geek. CB Geek is also a snoot-hoarding dragon sitting on a pile. You're almost at 250,000. You're almost at 250,000. 234,800. I think 234,000 is about the number of miles I got out of my 92 Honda Civic. The engine would have run forever, but the body rusted out. That's what failed on it. So, but yeah, in short order, I'm sure you're going to hit that 250,000. You're going to hit that 250,000. Oh, snap. Here's Waddy at 30 months.
Incredible Waddy just re-enlisted for 44 months. Let's see if this gets us close to a hype train.
I think too much time may have passed in between when CB Geek resubbed and that. Yeah, Phoenix remembers that car. Yeah, that car. A
megalomaniacal, psychotic asshole. A finger-licking, dead inside pixie slab, a third-rate dime store nut milk. And I'll tell you what she can do.
I'm listening.
She can lick my goddamn cinnamon ring clean and kick rocks all the way to ball to hell. In fact, I don't give a shit if she removes all my skin and pops me like some nightmarish blood balloon. If the last thing I do in this godforsaken cum-gutter existence is light that fuckbox on fire, I still won't die happy.
Holy shit, girl, you crazy.
Crazy.
I won't be happy until I've urinated on her freshly barbecued corpse and husk fuck
There's so much happening in my head right now.
Juggernauts. Wow. And you can quote...
got drafted by Jimmer today. Jimmer today gifted a tier 1
Well, thank you for the 100 bits, CB Geek. And then Jim coming in to officially kick off that hype train with 5 gifted subs, dropping a 5-bomb on us.
King 2003 got drafted by Jimmer today. Jimmer today gifted a tier 1 sub to Kirito_the_King 2003.
And Trashly's getting through the list.
Gamer Pro 202 got drafted by Jimmer today. Jimmer today gifted a tier 1 sub to Gamer Pro 202.
Well, Trashly's earning her pay today. But thank you for the 5-bomb on us. We're currently 83% of a level 2. We went from, is this possibly a hype train, to 83% of a level 2. Well, thank you, everybody. That's awesome. That's a hell of a way to kick off. But heck yeah, that is awesome. And I haven't even gotten through my greetings yet.
Whoa. CB Geek 2 just shared 1 bits. I'm just a slutty horse living my best life.
Hey, you do you. That's what we say to Miss Trashly. You do you. Yeah, that's true. She is just a slutty horse living her best life. Where were we at before all that chaos just happened? I think it was Waddy entering. Plays just so often I can't even read. Plays often just spontaneously happen whenever it happens.
Hurricane_Badger just cheered 1 bits. I felt left out.
HB and Waddy! Gotta give greetings. Dang it, that's an F, not a P. Derp. Lots of greetings going on. Yeah, Phoenix. There we go. Phoenix remembering my 92 Civic. Yeah, the old Panda Mobile. That car took me everywhere. And it's still in the top of all the cars I've ever had. It's up there in the top 3 with my Tiburon and my Genesis. It's right up in there. All right, now we're at the subs. We're at the 100 bits. Thank you so much. Usually save my subs for hype trains. Waddy asked for some 1800 style cross-continental transportation. We make it happen. Just like last night's hype tree. Yeah, exactly. Kicking off with style and with gusto. It's a riot! Riot! I agreed to take an overnight, says Waddy, for tonight. I slept almost all day to make up for the sleep deficit from the week, so you're ready. It took me to most places to... Oh yeah, I think in a roughly 24-hour period, I think I left Vermont, drove down to Connecticut, picked you up, drove you back to your college in Maine, and then drove back across northern New England to get back to Vermont. I think I did that whole loop in like a day, or it was close to it. At least once. Doug DeMiro just posted his review of an 86 Civic Wagon, the ultra basic version with no radio, no rear defroster, no passenger side mirror. It was a great video. They were classic rides. They really were. And I know by modern standards they aren't safe, but I wish you could get an old fucking bare bones, dirt ass basic subcompact 2-door hatchback like my old 92 Civic. Because I get at a comfortable highway speed, I got 40 to 45 mpgs in that thing, even with the engine at 200,000 miles on it. That thing just went, and it was super easy to fix. And yep, well, those days won't come back again. So I'll be AWOL from stream from 11:20 to 12:30. So today is a weird day. Today is a weird day in all the days of the year. It's a weird one for me, with a couple extra, a little more sauce sprinkled on it too. So, it's a very yin and yang day. On the plus side, today is Onigirium's birthday. So that's great. Yay. Cheers. But it is also the day that our dad died 3 years ago, because he just had to die on her birthday. So the last I guess this is, yeah, this is year 3 of that. So it makes it a weird day. So I've sort of had the ups and the downs about the day, and pair that with the fact I have 2 performances tomorrow, and I really didn't put the time into refreshing and upkeep of lines and stuff throughout the week, because I just had other shit to do. So all that being said, this tonight is a short and unconventional stream. I got a couple of drinks here I want to try out. We're gonna do those. We're gonna have some chats, but that's really it. Because I have to make myself run lines tonight, and and just get myself ready to jump back in this for the final weekend. Because again, also closing the season as well, because our season closes on Sunday after our final performance. That's also a bit of a heavy truck that hits you at some point. So I'm pushing on a lot of like a lot of heavy things and trying to not let them bubble up. Even stuff that hasn't happened yet and won't happen for a few days. So, but it's just like I gotta get back. I gotta do it. Get through the weekend and end on a high note. So, unfortunately, that I damn near just didn't stream tonight. But I also my freaking flu and COVID shots on Monday friggin' whooped me Tuesday night. By the time I got to Tuesday night, I woke up Tuesday morning, I went to work and everything. I'm like, I feel pretty great. I think I dodged a bullet there. And then literally by the time my workday ended and I was like getting in the car to drive home, I was just like, I feel so fucking shit. And by the time I got home, it was like my bones were full of concrete and I was just like, couldn't do bugger all. So that's why I wasn't here Tuesday. I kind of had a feeling that might happen, but got a couple extra hours of sleep going to bed early, and that helped. So that's fine at least. Gusto is a Japanese steakhouse chain. Oh, I didn't know that. An 86 Civic Wagon is a great car. It was like 90 horsepower or whatever. My 92 was, well, the stock form of the engine was 109 horsepower. But after I snapped my timing belt for the first time, I decided to use it as an opportunity, and I bought a VTEC head off of someone on a Civic forum that I frequented. So I bolted that on. It was called the Mini Me swap. Taking a standard 1.5 long block and bolting a VTEC head onto it, which theoretically pushed it up to like 125. Doubt I ever hit that, but that was kind of how I learned to work on engines and stuff, was doing that. So yeah, so much on that car. I fixed it myself because I literally couldn't afford to have someone else do it. I just had to, I could just barely afford to buy the parts, and I had a repair manual, and I made it happen somehow. Oh shit, I missed the rest of the train. Oh, no worries. No worries. We got that far. And that's absolutely fine. Level 2, 83%, 6 gifted subs, 102 bits. Many thanks. Hearts, hugs, and loves across the board. But Tuesday, the one thing I did, like, I powered through everything else, despite all the shitty feeling and everything. I powered through everything else, and despite not streaming Tuesday, we did launch STS Shocktober. So that is out in the ether for folks to consume, with the next installment coming in hot and fresh next Tuesday. And while I did technically miss the first week of this launch, it just means that the last week of the month you're getting 2. So you're going to get the last Tuesday, and then the final episode is going to drop on Halloween. So that's how we're going to work that out logistically. Please don't do cocaine in the bathroom. It's the only hatchback I've ever owned. Oh, the 18 Chevy Spark. CB Geek wishing a happy birthday out into the ether to Onigirium. I hope she had a good birthday. I talk to her very infrequently, but like, she's got a whole bunch of kids and is working her job and balancing work and household life and everything shared between the US and Japan. So she's a busy person. Yes, please don't. Oops, he got the concrete bones. Oof, owie, my bones. Oof, yeah, COVID shots are totally worth it. Go get vax, kids. But yeah, each one puts me down for a weekend. Yeah, they launched signups through my work like 2 weeks ago, and I found the soonest, closest one to me. They technically, if I was willing to wait till next month, they're having one of the clinics literally 25 steps from my office door. Where I work, there's a conference room that the building shares that's like 25 steps away from where my office is. And I could have just signed up for that if I was willing to wait till mid-November. But I found another one that was like a 5-minute drive. So I took the last appointment slot of the day, left work early, and told my boss, like, I'm going to go get this, but I'm probably just going to drive home after. He's like, yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. So that's what I did. And I got my flu and my COVID, literally one above the other. So that whole upper arm area was, I felt like I got dead armed by someone on the school bus. But yeah, it's important. I got it done. So hopefully the rest of the season goes well. My 1990 Geo Prism was more than that, I think. Man, those Geos, they had no power, but they had great gas mileage. One of my aunts had one of those. And she always used to brag about the fact that she got 50 miles per gallon in it. I remember helping you fix. Yeah, you do. And I have pictures of it somewhere when we were repairing the, when we were taking off the, God, what the front part of the car. I don't remember what that was called. The bumper support, but like the whole front steel wall thing. Yeah, that sucked, but we got it done. Doing that with just hand tools and like no torch or anything like that, having to hammer out each one of those tack welds, that sucked. And the screws just barely lined up when we put it back together. It was so just barely. But it worked. It worked. It kept that car on the road for another couple of years. VTEC just kicked in, Silent Bob. I was eating a big turk that my tired self ordered during last week, and they're so good. Is that like a turkey sandwich? Jim was a bit shocked. I got home at 8:30 tonight. Long ass day. Installed my new AV workstation in the control room tonight. Made all the things go. We've got an open house meeting next week, and things need to be good. Well, I hope that goes well for you. Sounds like it is so far. Came home, ate a dinner whilst collectively wondering with Waddy and HB if there was stream tonight, and here we are. Yeah, we got started a little late. 8 o'clock rolled around, and I'm still just like, I know I need to do it, but like, so but the whole, like, you know, also being my dad's Dethday thing was weighing on me, so I was like, I gotta mark it somehow, even just in a really tiny way. So I put my dad's flannel shirt on, and I took my Genesis out for a drive, just a short little spin, and then rolling through the car wash. So it was something. It was something. And I may, after we close the show on Sunday, I may spin on over to the graveyard, because that's 15 minutes from the theater. So I may pop over and pay my respects to him there. Miss Lacey! Hello! Hello, my dear. Nice to see you. How are things going with Hugh? MPG, most assuredly not MPH. It had enough power for me. It's a Toyota engine. Hi, stranger. Who dis? Now you're able to talk to us about him as well. That's fitting. Hello, everyone. Hello, Miss Lacey. Welcome in. We're having just a short little chatting and trying some stuff stream, because I got 2 shows tomorrow, another one Sunday, and today is both my sister's birthday and my dad's death day, and my theater season across the board closes on Sunday, so there's just a lot going on right now, and it's a lot of stuff with a lot of big feelings. But, you know, it's fine. I also keep not really recognizing myself in the camera, because, like, the altered shape of the facial hair and the back to the cut of hair that I had in high school and everything, it's weird. It's catching me off guard. Good to see you. I'm doing good. Actually working on a fence right now, but you wanted to pop in and say hello. Fences? They're not easy to put up, but they are important. Well, they can be important. 1990 Geoprism had 2 engine options. Regular engine, 102 horsepower, GSI model, 130 horsepower. Ooh la la. It's a very busy day for you, mentally, emotionally, and physically. It is, but, you know, we're getting through it best we can. It's really all we can do. Wood. Chimkin fence, because my babbies needs it. Then it is a very good fence. And it is absolutely worth putting up. CB Geek may or may not allegedly have waterboarded the certain not a cat lawyer today. So my water bottle over your desk. Also, your new look is giving. Ooh, very big fan. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is like with the hair up and the, well, I gotta remove the mustache again. It's for my character for this show. For some reason, I focused in on the mid-90s look of Chino Moreno of Deftones, and I was like, I feel like that physical look kind of embodies what I feel like this character presents. So I don't know. And then just to go back to like, because like this is my hair on my haircut on my license still. I haven't gotten a new license picture in a long time, but I got my new license in the mail and I was like, damn, I remember it was around COVID when I just let it go and spent a couple years growing down my back and everything, and then it just has been shortening up ever since. And now I'm back to what I feel is my, as they would say in the Matrix, my residual self-image. So, back to full circle. Actually, someone at work was like, is this a birthday-related midlife crisis haircut? And I'm like, no, this is just return to form, but I could see how you could think that. Dude, Lacey, gotta separate the criminals, huh? Handsome boy here. Daddy. Oh my. Yeah, but you wrote the character. Did I, or did the character write himself? I interpreted the character that I wrote. Yeah, I hate to be that pretentious douche who's like, oh, I don't really write the stories write themselves through me. But that's kind of how it works. It's kind of how it works. I've had, like, in my head, I've had arguments and artistic fights with some of my characters because I'm like, I want the story to do this, and the character's like, I'm not gonna fucking do that. It's not me, buddy. Computer, delete the mustache on Mr. Red. Probably not a holotech. Maybe. Well, I hope that fence build goes well, and I hope it does just the trick to keep your little babies safe, because that is a very important thing. But while we keep talking here, we're going to jump into beverage number 1 that we're going to try this evening. This one's not exactly new news, but it's still out there, and I have yet to try it. So, although maybe I should do this second. Yeah, we're going to do that second. All right. But we've got, I went to my Magic gas station as opposed to Waddy's Magic gas station. And I found I found a couple of the few winter variety polar seltzers. This is one of the new ones. This is Elderflower Starlight. I don't think this is one of the repeats. So we're going to give this a try. So, ooh, time to chug a handle of vodka. No! Vodka is so far down the list. Like, I wouldn't drink a handle of anything, but if I was to, vodka would be basically at the bottom of that list of all the things. Don't you dare. Okay. Starlight isn't a flavor. I will admit that. Does this say what it's supposed to be? Limited edition, winter. Natural flavors for depth and complexity. I assume it's like starfruit. That's my guess. But elderflower starlight. That smells very, very candy-like. Maybe it's like elderflower starburst. Oh no. That smells fantastic though. Alright, well, we're gonna stop sniffing and start sipping, so cheers, sláinte everybody. Here's to my sister's birthday, the one who made me a middle child, and here's to my dad's death day, to not letting my sister keep her day just for herself. But, and to all of you, you're wonderful. Sláinte. Please do not inhale the pain water. Aww. Please don't snort pain water in the bathroom. Shadows! Welcome in, Shadows. Nice to see you. This tastes kind of like... I hate to say that it kind of tastes like Smarties, but it kind of... Or like, no, it's not Smarties. No, yeah, Smarties. Somewhere between Smarties and Sweet Tarts. Just the hard, crunchy, dust-covered candy wrapped in plastic. Sláinte, Shadows. I can't remember what elderflower or elderberries taste like. I just know that I know that a certain king of the Britons' father smelled of them. But this is very much a classic hard candy sort of taste. A la Sweet Tarts, a la Smarties, like that sort of very distinct hard candy flavor. It smells like old poor people wine. Shadow says elderflower liqueur. So yeah, it's also too sweet and strong. Maybe that's where the sweetness is coming from. Because there's a floralness to it. So maybe it is more elderflower than anything, but I just don't have a recent source of reference. This is not bad though. This is not bad. I haven't tried any of the other flavors in the winter variety. This is the first one, but I could see this being a regular. St. Germain's, that's what it's called. I had to think for a second. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe as we get into the holiday season, maybe I'll see if I can't find some elderflower liqueur just to put in the old cabinet so I have a point of reference to it. Sugar is only sweetness. Salt is ocean tears. And you were my only weakness for years and years and years. Oh, that's lyrics to something, isn't it? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Anyway. Pusa candy. Wadi drinks poor people wine. Franzia is good and the box tap is correct and it lasts 30 days once you open it. I've just never been a wine person. I've had it over the years and of a bunch of different varieties, white and red, and nothing ever really was like, this is delicious. It was always like, yep, that's wine. That's fine. Not everyone has to like everything. No, I'm talking about box wine. That's just fine. I'm talking about elderberry wine. freaking love Saint Germain, but if you mix it with some Prosecco and blood orange that actually, again, the reference of not having a reference for elderflower currently, but if it's this floral sort of whatever it is I'm tasting out of this seltzer mixed with Prosecco and blood orange Pellegrino or Grigio, whatever you say it, yeah, I can see that tasting really good. Fates! Welcome in, Fates. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hope y'all are doing well. You went to Costco yesterday, got some foods, and your glasses fixed. After 2 years, all my screws were loose in more ways than one. And now feels as good as new. Hot dogs are still as good as ever. I mean, you can't go to Costco and not get the hot dog or a slice of pizza or both. But that sounds awesome, Fates. That sounds awesome. I've been telling myself for weeks now, like, oh, you should go to Costco, maybe after work. But like, between work and theater and everything, by the time I'm rolling up the interstate, if it's at a time when Costco is even still open, I'm like, I don't got it in me, buddy. So, and I wasn't thinking about going today, but I'm like, I don't got it in me, buddy. Oh, there's another one. That was a foghorn, not to be confused with a leghorn. Oh. Sorry for all the burps. Usually they're contained to like one, but they're taking their sweet time on the exit. I'm playing my volumes here. That's a little better. I would have if I could afford it. Yeah, their pizza's $10. I would save it for a special occasion. The $1.50 hot dog. Well, I mean like a slice of pizza. A slice of pizza and a hot dog. That's sometimes, like, if I'm really like, if I'm really wanting to live, I'll get a slice of pizza and a hot dog. Those $1.50 hot dogs and drink, those can be an every time thing. It's not like I go there weekly. Yeah, I hear you. Shadows, I simply never drink White Zin, which avoids the usual status dip of drinking Franzia. Their dark red blend is what I mostly drink. Oh, there's some there's some JPEGs of a goddamn hot dog. Oh yeah, Elderflower Starlight. I'm digging it. And I'm glad I did that first, because our second one is not a pain water. I feel like everyone and their uncle, at least across social media, has tried this already, but I haven't yet. I also, for whatever reason, just couldn't find it anywhere. But picked up a can of this atrocity, which is the Coke Zero Oreo mashup. So I figured it was a good idea to do the pain water first, because I think this may be a palate wrecker, just with that combination of flavors. So, yeah, we shall see. The Oreo stuff! So let's get a nice crisp on this, and we'll be double fisting in no time. Oh, yeah.
And butthole pleasures.
It's not about butthole pleasures at all.
It's not. It's not about the butthole pleasures at all. Now, I was a kid once, and on many occasions, I drank soda and ate cookies, and that's kind of what this is giving right now, drinking soda and eating cookies, but at the same time, not maybe to the extent of smelling someone's breath, but like smelling your own breath after you've drank cola and ate cookies? From what I've seen / heard, the Oreo flavor Coke is horrible, but the Coke flavored Oreos are not bad.
Chris just re-enlisted for 47 months. Yum cookies and soda.
Lamp! Welcome in, Lamp.
I am Ric Flair!
Now he's officially here.
United States! Woo, 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 woo!
Welcome in, Lamp. Welcome in, Lamp. You just missed My Magic Gas Station has the new polars, so we tried the Elderflower Starlight, which is very good. I don't remember what an elderflower tastes like. To me, this just tastes like Smarties or Sweet Tarts, that sort of hard candy that is wrapped in plastic and has powder on it. But I have a feeling what that flavor actually is elderflower, and I'm just not... It's been so long since I've had a point of reference, I just can't really tell. But I've got another one for next stream we're going to try out, too. But we've just cracked open this Oreo Coke Zero, which HB says, according to hearsay, is horrible. But the food variety mashup is good. So, yeah, my hopes aren't all that high. So, let's give it a sipperoonie here. Cheers, sláinte, everybody. Oh, whoa. That is...
Let me out and let me shit. Forget about this. Let me shit my pants.
You might have to. Vermont beat New York this time, still haven't seen it yet. And what I found it at a Jolly, which is soon to become Stewart's. This is weird. I can't remember a time when I've had a soda that comes at you in two distinct waves of flavor. Distinct and wholly separate from each other. That's weird. Right up front, like as soon as it hits your mouth, it's like Oreo, but just like the outside, the cookie part of the Oreo. It's like Oreo, and that immediately disappears and is like flat cola. Like, and no, but not Coke, but like flat generic cola, and that immediately disappears and is like, and then is like in a snap of a finger is like aspartame, and that's it. In the span of like a second and a half, it goes from the outside of the Oreos to generic cola to aspartame. Every sip, that's exactly what happens. Yeah. And it just really brings out the artificial sweetener in the finish. Like, that is pronounced. I'm to the point in my life where I prefer the bitter medicine-y taste of Diet Everything to its full corn syrup counterpart. But even this is like aggressive. Yeah, that's weird. That aftertaste is so bad. Even as someone who normally likes that aftertaste, that is bad. And it seems like the whole drink is just about gone flat already. There's very little bubble in there. No, that was a big swig. There's bubbles in there. They're just useless. That is just like the cookie flavor doesn't even have a chance. That's weird. And yeah, I see why people are like, this is just not good. I absolutely see that. It doesn't have a chance to be good. I don't know if they had to crank up the artificial sweeteners or what. Let's take a look here. It's Ace K, aspartame, and sucralose. So those are your 3 sweeteners there. Yeah, it's just not pleasant. And I could see why the cookie form of this probably would be a lot better because there's sugar in it. Vermont beat out New York this time. Still haven't seen it. That's odd. Oh, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm glad to have it. I tried the cookies, and it's like eating an Oreo that tastes like Coke with Pop Rocks. Okay. I'm probably not going to end up eating the cookies, because, like, I would only want 1 or 2. I'm not going to buy a whole package of whack-ass cookies. At least the advantage of this is you can only buy 1. I ended up buying 2. So, maybe next time Top streams, we can say, hey, there's one of these in the fridge to try out. No, he's not here right now. He's going, I think, directly from work to Connecticut because there's a ninja thing in Massachusetts this weekend, I think. So yeah, I kind of got to finish this cookie drink by myself, I guess. My cat is now confused, Oreo. Oh boy, shared mill. Cheap viewers on stream, boo. I could never lose. That's amazing. We'll be world aw. Quote, I'm not gonna go buy a whole package of whack-ass cookies. True words. True words. Distinct and separate flavors, says Fates. Last I remember is the Moxie we had before. It was like half creamy and half Dr. Peppery. Yeah, I remember we had you try regular Moxie and Diet Moxie side by side just to have an impartial someone be like, they are very, very different. And Diet Moxie is very, very, very much a better drink than regular Moxie. So, and you were able to confirm that. So, has Tom tried it? I don't think so. Or if he has, he hasn't mentioned it at all. But I've got another one in the fridge, and we'll take it upon all of ourselves to pester him to try it. Because I don't want to drink it. I was shocked when I tried more Monsters recently after not having any for a while. They're too sweet and the taurine tastes like aspartame. Huh. Well, yeah, I could see them being, especially after a while, being really, like, coilingly sweet. I've dialed back a lot. I really have. Since getting my Soda Stream, I have no real reason to go and buy energy drinks. Soda Stream actually makes their own version of an energy syrup, and a diet version at that. So what I've been doing is in the morning, I make my road beer for my drive to work, which is I fill up my carbonator bottle. I put in 2/3 of the normal amount of Mountain Dew syrup, and then that top little third, I'll put in a splash of the Soda Stream branded energy drink syrup. Because I don't want, that's a lot of fucking it's concentrated. That's a lot of fucking caffeine. So that little amount, and then the rest of it Mountain Dew. It's like creating my own little Mountain Dew energy drink sort of thing. But it just tastes like Mountain Dew at that amount. So that's kind of done the trick for me. The exception is like, I got some sugar-free rock stars, just the plain ass rock stars because that's part of my opening night ritual. So last week, at the theater, so that's what I did. But Waddy with the band hammer, taking care of that bot. Greatly appreciated. Tom is on his way to Connecticut for famine competition. For famine competition! It's like a knockoff of the Hunger Games. It's a famine competition. I was kind of hoping he'd been home because I wanted to see Slash Heroes. Well, again, I have that extra can, and I am not going to drink it, and we will all... It'll be a collective peer pressuring to get him to drink it next time he streams. No, my Twitch partnership friends. Diet Moxie is good. It is good. It's very good. It tastes like the root beer barrel candies. Other more differenter Moxie, you'd think it would just be a diet version of regular Moxie, but it's not. It's so drastically different. Gotta go fast! 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 Faster! Rolling the speed of sound, trying to kiss and talk around. Oh, got Ricky. Ourselves in situation, stuck in a new location without any explanation. But yeah, Diet Moxie is a really nice drink. Regular Moxie is motor oil. As Phoenix says. Diet Moxie was better. I usually hate diet sodas, but that's generally because I get migraines with fake sugar stuff. It tastes like root beer barrel candies. And it's very nice. And when I go to the Wayside, I will get it because they have it there. It's the only place in the world where I can go and be like, can I get a Diet Moxie, please? And they're like, sure. And they'll even like sell me some so I can leave with it. Take it home. Although the last couple times I've done that, it hasn't made it home. I've ended up just drinking it in the car on my drive home. Speaking of Moxie, Eric the Red, did you watch that YouTube video I posted in your Discord? I have not. I have not had Discord open. Let me pull that link up now and I'll put it in my queue so I don't forget. Find it here. Ah. Help! I've been stuck in the Ames. Let me out. Oh no, Seema! You are now free to exit the Ames. Whereabout did you put it? Oh, that. How bad can Moxie be? All right, let me get that in my queue. I actually think that showed up and recommended and like unrelated, but I didn't watch it. Hungry, hungry hobos. I describe Moxie as Pepsi that's been run through a car engine. Don't remember which, but I remember mentioning one of them was a bit like how Mom always had soda, warm and flat. Yeah, it was probably the regular Moxie. Yeah, Mom in her room temperature ginger ale. Like, to this day, ginger ale is like a last resort for me. I'd have to really want soda and for that to be my only option for me to want to drink it. For those curious, the video I mentioned is someone on YouTube mixing Moxie with various alcohols to make drinks. And here is the link for anyone that wants it. That is the link that HB is talking about. It's for the YouTube channel How to Drink. I've seen some of his stuff. He's entertaining. But circling back around to drinks, I would drink regular Moxie over this in a heartbeat. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But I think there have been a lot of swing and misses with these limited edition Coke flavors lately. But like with Oreos, how could you have screwed this up? Well, they did. They did. Got it open as a tab, and I'd love to know how various alcohols change the game. Time to change the game. Time to change the game. Ha 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 ha. For me, I like ginger ale, but it's like the key lime pie of sodas for me. There's always one I'd have instead. Hey, when Pocket Man try, I haven't seen him in a while. He popped up a couple weeks ago on actually his 3rd anniversary on the channel, believe it or not. So today at work, we had an Oktoberfest potluck, and we sampled some German beers, and one reminded me of Magic Hat. I can't remember the Hefeweizen. Oh, Circus Boy. Magic Hat's Hefeweizen was Circus Boy. And what a good one it was. Because it was... I liked it because it was a Hefeweizen, but it didn't taste like bananas. A lot of Hefeweizens, like Long Trails and a bunch of others who put out Hefs around the same time, a lot of... Because of the Saison yeast, they tasted like bananas. And I just didn't care for that. But Circus Boys did not. I am safe. Never liked Oreos. That's fair then. That's fair. You dodged this bullet. You didn't even have to get in the way of it. Yes, that's it. That's why I liked it so much. Actually, in one of my old clothes totes, I've got an OG Circus Boy shirt. I should see if I can find that. Might be worth something. I don't mind bananas, but Two Roads makes a good hef. If you lean into it and put the rest of your grain and your hop profile around supporting the banana and turning it into more of an ensemble, then it can absolutely work. But most of the other ones that I had around that time, they just didn't. It was like a standard wheat beer that just happened to taste like bananas. Go banana! But yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'd recommend this Oreo Coke to anyone. It's just not very good. It's just not very good. But you really miss Mostly Cloudy from Long Trail. One thing I personally never understood, says Fates, I get watching bad movies to get a laugh. Why subject yourself to things you know for a fact are bad just for the sake of it? I'd understand dares and YouTube, etc., but for no reason at all. Why? Because it's an experience. And sometimes whether the experience is good or bad, just the fact that you've had it, like it's the little things, and it all just adds up to make life more interesting. Along those same lines, though, you mentioned bad movies. Wednesday night, I got home from work, and I still had some more Movie Pass credits in my account, and it was the last day that Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis was playing at my local movie theater. So I was like, I've heard this movie's pretty bad. But it seems like something that might benefit from being seen on the big screen, regardless if it's not a very good movie. So I cashed in some Movie Pass credits. I went and I'm like, it's an opportunity to eat popcorn. Like, Movie Pass will buy my ticket. I'll just eat some popcorn and watch a bad movie. I was not prepared for just how bad a movie that was. And most of you know, like, I love a good bad movie. There's so many bad movies that I'll be like, you need to sit down and watch this. Like, this is a brilliantly bad movie. Megalopolis might be one of the worst, most pretentious, full of itself, piece of shit waste of times I have ever experienced. You ever get secondhand embarrassment watching a movie? Oh my God, it's bad. It's like it's infuriatingly bad. Like, to the point where you kind of hope nobody you know saw you leave the theater afterwards. It's like, what the fuck was this? And like, there's some big name actors in it. And some of the lines they had to say. Like, oh my God. They're gonna force an ad on us right now. So, warning right now. My apologies, but Twitch has got to do its thing and roll an ad. I missed Single Chair for Magic Hat. That was a good one. That was a good, like, everyday option. I saw The Snowman in theaters, and the editing was the worst you've ever seen. Well, visually, it was interesting. Like, so much of it was CGI and everything, but like, it was fine in that regard. Was it like Emoji Movie level sewage or OJ Justice League? Francis Ford Coppola's in his Ed Wood phase. But even Ed Wood's movies, like, they were bad. But that's what they were. Like, it's really hard to quantify what exactly this was. And it's like you have someone who knows how to make a movie who wants to tell a specific story, who wants to create something big and epic and groundbreaking, like the Ben-Hurs of old, these old Hollywood epics that just will live on for all time. These grandiose visions of these old-fashioned directors who were just unquestionable, and they had a vision, and every single frame a painting, and like, and George Lucas got a lot of shit for taking that approach with the prequel trilogy. I enjoyed the prequel trilogy. I'm one of those weirdos, but that was the Star Wars that I grew up going to the theater to see. So, but I can also admit that a lot of it's kind of fucking bad, because there was no one to question him. And here you have Francis Ford Coppola, who's in the sunset years of his life. No one's going to question him. He's got $100 million+ more than that, like massive budget for this. No one's going to question him. And he's got all these Hollywood A-listers, and they're just kind of along for the ride. And the script is is trying so hard to be social commentary relating modern day politics to ancient Rome. And all the while centered around this crazy man who is an architect and invents this new material that he wants to build this magical new city with. But you never really find out what the material is. They never really talk about it. They breeze over the fact that, like, it's him versus the old school construction guys who are like steel and concrete. And he's like, no, the megalon is the future. The building material is called megalon. And there's butting heads between the architect, who is Adam Driver, and the mayor. And then Adam Driver gets into a relationship with the mayor's daughter, whose name is Juliet. And at one point, Adam Driver literally recites the to be or not to be speech from Hamlet. And so and the city, it's not New York, it's New Rome. But a lot of the footage he used, they didn't fix all of the instances. So there's a lot of things where, you know, it'll say like New Rome Police Department, but then other shots they didn't fix it, and it'll say like New York Stock Exchange. Like there's a lot of slop in it, and it was just, yeah. And you have this rich old banker billionaire with these three kids who all have just a slight variation of the same name, like Claudio, Claudia, and Claudius. And there's two girls and a boy, and the boy is played by Shia LaBeouf, and the three of them are all fucking each other. And Shia LaBeouf is probably the one thing in this movie that stands out as, like, well done. The character he plays is just so gross and so, like, you have this whole movie that's a big fucking disaster, and then the character that Shia LaBeouf is playing is such a big fucking disaster, who ends up like he's this cross-dressing sister fucking weirdo who then, on the turn of a hat, becomes a neo-Nazi fascist MAGA champion, riling up the masses while he's running for office. And like, and you see his full bush in it. Shia LaBeouf, in the Shia LaBeouf, like, you don't see any dong, but you see his freaking full bush there on display after this really weird sex scene on a desk with Aubrey Plaza, who at that point in time is his aunt. And and at one point,
Scrub Daddy.
Scrub Daddy? What are you doing here? Wait, where do you go, Dad?
And then, like, and all the while, like, this architect, Adam Driver, is still trying to build this city. He built this city! And they don't want this city because he had to tear down their homes to build his new city. And he's, you know, it's all being built with these megalons that they never explain what they are. But then at one point, he gets shot in the head. But, you know what's super convenient about megalons? We're just gonna slap them onto his face where he got shot by a fucking gun, and the megalons, well, they're gonna fix his face. They're gonna fix his gun hole and fix his brain, and he's gonna be just normal. And then we're never gonna talk about it again. And it's so bad. And I left the theater. You know how you can leave a movie and you're like, man, there's this one line that it's stuck in my head. and whatever it might be. Like, as an example, leaving Avengers Endgame, just that moment where Cap finally says, "Avengers, assemble." And you're like, yeah, that moment is ringing in my head. For completely wrong reasons, we have this other moment near the end of the movie where Shia LaBeouf and Aubrey Plaza, after they have that really awkward ass sex scene, go into the bedroom of the trillionaire banker who Aubrey Plaza's character is married to, who is the other guy's uncle, and he's pretending to have had a stroke because they did a corporate power play and forced him out of being the CEO of his bank. So he's pretending to have a stroke, and they walk in because they're gonna something about their hostile takeover, and he turns with his fake stroke face to it's facing the camera, but he's facing them, and the first words out of his mouth are, "What do you think of my boner?" And he's got his hand in his pants, pretending to have a boner. "It gets like that when she walks in the room. What do you think of my boner?"
You're walking in the woods. There's no one around and your phone is dead. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him.
Shia LaBeouf.
He's following you, about 30 feet back. He gets down on all fours and breaks into a sprint. He's gaining on you.
Shia LaBeouf.
You're looking for your car, but you're all turned around. He's almost upon you now, and you can see there's blood on his face. My God, there's blood everywhere.
Running for your life from Shia LaBeouf. He's brandishing a knife. It's Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, that's a classic. That is a classic. Thank you for that, CB Geek. All right, but yeah, I'll stop ranting about this movie now, but seriously, what a fucking shit show. Like, I've never been so flabbergasted. There was like 5 other people in the theater. A couple like college age guys, and then like an older couple, and just like every couple of minutes there was somebody who was just like, what? It was, and in a lot of instances with a bad movie, I would say you have to see it for yourself. But this one, I don't think anybody should. It's so... It is literally a waste of time. It is a waste of 2 hours and like 20 minutes of your life. If you want to watch a bad movie that you'll actually have fun watching, watch The Room. Watch Birdemic, Shock and Terror. Watch, I don't know, Troll 2. There's so many good bad movies out there. Watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Like, I'll give you a list. I'll give you a list of bad movies that are worth your time. Hell, watch the Star Wars Holiday Special. But Megalopolis, Francis Ford Coppola just... I understand. Like, it's a movie he's wanted to make. He wanted to do it his way. He did it. Good for him. I may even say go rewatch Caligula instead of watching this. If I was to compare Megalopolis to anything, it would probably be Caligula. Somewhere between Caligula and there's a foreign film that that Ariel puts on, like, it became one of Ariel's Thanksgiving traditions. After Thanksgiving dinner and everything, Ariel puts on a movie called The Holy Mountain. And it's this weird-ass art house postmodern foreign film. It's fucking weird. It's bad, but it's interesting. Somewhere between Caligula and the Holy Mountain, here you've got Megalopolis. Or if you really want to see Aubrey Plaza's nipples, Megalopolis. Or Shia LaBeouf's bush, Megalopolis. And I'll stop now. Let's see what I missed in chat. When the trailer for it was going on about how bad past movies of FFC was reported, I figured it was going to be a shit show of a sandwich. Oh, visually the snowman was good, but the story did not work. Also, the protagonist was named Harry Hole. Like Karen's Lord of the Rings styled entitlement. George Lucas gonna sue somebody. The prequel trilogy aged better than it did. It absolutely did. Especially when you compare it to like it, and it was at least like it was still an original story, and we got introduced to a lot more of the universe that we had not seen. But then the sequel trilogy comes out, and so much of it is just rehashing same characters, same planets, and everything. We didn't really get anything new, but we did with the prequel trilogy. So, but rose-tinted glasses and all that. The only movie I ever walked out of was Robin Hood Men in Tights. Even butter-drenched popcorn couldn't save it. I seen that movie. I think I've only seen that twice in my life. Of all the, that's a, yeah, I mean, but that's supposed to be kind of bad and funny and everything. Megatron, Megalon. Oh yeah, the building material, the Megalon. Yeah, and it's just like this. It's this shit that like it floats in the air. Oh, and also with all this, also the fucking Adam Driver character, he can also stop time whenever he wants, just by saying time stop, and then time stops, and then he'll just restart it again. But yeah, he can't say time stop when he gets shot in the fucking head. Maybe they used whatever was in Marcellus Wallace's briefcase. Do a TikTok about hating this movie. Maybe. Well, maybe I'll take this. Maybe I'll highlight this whole section and maybe I'll chop it down into a TikTok. Shia in the buff. Meg A Dong. Sounds like Shia played himself. He does a good job at playing these weird ass characters. And he was really the only one to lean into it in this movie. But I think it was also just the character and it was in a way that really only he could. But just so much of it was bad. And some of the dialogue was just, it was painful. And you have these people who are very good actors. And you can tell they are getting no direction for their performances. There's so many deer in the headlight moments when they're just like standing there, almost looking directly at the camera, saying nonsensical, shitty dialogue lines that they have to repeat 3, 4, 5 times. And there's almost no emotion there, and you can just tell, like, I've kind of been there, like, I don't know how to interpret this line. What the fuck am I saying? Why am I saying this? And you could tell they didn't get any of that. Huh, would you look at that? Just hearing this has brought me motivation to write. Did that screenwriter watch the news and History Channel while on every drug known to man? It's more like he's an old, very famous director, and he feels like he knows everything. I think he feels like the world owes him at this point. And wanted to show us just how brilliant he is. I'd like to point out that there's a short series called Mr. McMahon or whatever about Vince, and that one of my favorite YouTubers looked into Vince's history and did a video about it as well. Yeah, that's a series. I binged that whole thing in like 2 days. But on the flip side, there was not much in that I didn't already know. But for the average person, like it's pretty shocking. Like, he's a horrible human being. But I also, though, I don't think, like, the day it came out and everything, like, Vince's PR people released statements of everything. Oh, this is slander, blah, blah, blah. I don't think, like, there was a lot of negative in it, but I don't think it was as bad as it was pitched to be. I really don't think it was. I think it could have been a lot worse. I think they pulled a lot of punches on it. That's a boner of a line. Wanna look at my... You like my... What is it? I can't remember what it was at this point. You like my boner? Whenever she walks in the room, I just can't help it. 2 weeks to go until Venom comes out. For those in the WWE or other wrestling, Birdemic was so bad. I know it was so bad, but it was like it still lives in that area of like it's still entertaining. Like that's one that I have brought people into a room to sit down and watch because it's like this is so bad, you're gonna love it. And I actually I have a copy of the script for Birdemic. Because there was a brief moment of time where I started working on adapting Birdemic into a fucking musical. Oh, that's in one of my old failed writing folders somewhere. God, imagine how that would have turned out. Skinned Deep was close second. I don't know if I've seen that one. Toxic Avenger. Watch the Leprechaun. Howard the Duck. Was Birdemic the one we watched with the seagulls? Stop it now. Caligula's fist. Sounds like Francis Ford Coppola just wanted to live out a few fantasies and kinks while dipping his toe in the sci-fi. It wasn't even that sci-fi. It was like a political drama, but a old school Hollywood family drama. And like someone who didn't really understand technology or anything. And gosh, I don't know. Oh yeah, and those Megalon things, they're just like they float in the air and they're just constantly changing shapes. And using like a special reflector and things. Adam Driver's character could use them to see back in time and everything. But again, it didn't Caligula's Holy Mountain. More like Caligula's Hole. Yeah, right there inside Caligula's Hole. That's Megalopolis. I remember it last time. The Holy Mountain is so much dumb crap, but it knows it. That's the fun part. Yeah, Face knows what I'm talking about with the Holy Mountain. We might have to have our own watch party so some of y'all can experience the Holy Mountain at some point. Ouija Shark is haven't heard of that one. Avalanche. You know, Tommy Wiseau, who made The Room, is currently touring with a movie he made called Big Shark, which is about a big shark. I really want to, like, you can't watch it online. You have to go to his event, one of his events, to see it, and I really want to see it. once theater season and everything is over, I might have to check his tour schedule and maybe hop a plane and go catch one of these screenings, because I really want to see Big Shark. Oh! I randomly stumbled upon the 4:30 movie written and directed. I saw your positive review for that, and that got me pretty stoked. And I definitely want to check that out, because I got a soft spot for all Kevin Smith stuff, and as well as coming of age sort of flicks. I dig those things. Them are my jam. How you don't know how you missed that? I don't know. I heard about that one. It's an 80s teen drama about some moviegoers. Very 80s energy. What's the point of any sort of stakes there? Time stuff is the most difficult to make work in an interesting way. Doctor Strange still got defeated with a time stone, and it made sense. Well, and it's more like, look at this party trick that I have. Like, time stop, and then it stops. And he lets it stay stopped for a bit. And then he'll just time resume, and then it'll just keep going. He does it like 3 or 4 times for pointless reasons. The first time's at the beginning of the movie. I think it's in the trailer, where he's walking on the ledge of the Chrysler building, which turns out this architect's office is like the top floor of the Chrysler building. So that's the only reason he's up there. And he goes to step off the edge of the Chrysler building and starts to fall. And he's like, time stop. So he stops, and then he leans back up and stops falling off the top of the building. And then later into the movie, they're demolishing one of the buildings that's going to be in the area that he's going to make Megalopolis in, and the building is halfway imploded, and he's like, time stop. So it stops, halfway imploded, and he just kind of looks at it for 3 or 4 seconds. Time start, and then it finishes collapsing. And then the love interest turns out she can see when he does it. Oh, she can see when he does it. Okay. Does it change anything? No. And then you get to the very end of the movie, and it's they're ringing in the new year. They're ringing in the new year in Times Square. And the ball is dropping, and he tells her, go ahead, you can do it. And she says, time stop. And everything stops for a moment, except their baby, because they have a baby together. And it's lying on the ground. It's lying on the ground at their feet. And she froze time, but their baby is still goo goo gaga on the transparent floor at their feet. Whoa. And then a vignette. Everything goes dark into a circle. The last thing you see is the baby's face still moving. Oh, and that's the end of the movie. The end of the big fucking shit show. Vince McMahon baby is a piece of shit. Agreed, Phoenix. Very late night double feature picture show. Just to clarify, you said it was Shia LaBeouf's character when... Yes. He went from this cross-dressing Roman sister fucking party boy trust fund brat into a complete 180 and becomes a militant fascist Nazi MAGA type, riling up the masses. Literally says the line, "We're going to make America great again." Birdemic had birds in it, kinda. Remember his stunt back in 2016 with the flag against Mr. Orange? He hid the flag in Africa and people still found it. So you're saying you've got a Clockwork Orange viewing room? Not quite. So Megalon is like Michael Bay's Transformium. You're not far off. That's kind of what it is. It's kind of what it is. Baby shark, do. Big Shark, you say? To shreds, you say? Watch Big Shark in Seattle? Is he touring it in Seattle? Go find and watch the movie Primer if you want to watch a movie with interesting time stuff. top of the Chrysler building, so he's the kingpin. Then watch it again, and then again, because you get more different experiences, the more of it you absorb. I threw it on the ground. Not gonna lie, I wish Eggnog was a bit alcoholic right now just to get this movie out of my head. Yeah, it's a fucking movie, dude. It is a... If the dialogue wasn't so bad, it probably could have been saved. And of course, and throughout this whole movie, you have fucking Morpheus narrating. And like, and he's like, he drives the Adam Driver character's car. Like, he's his butler, and he's narrating this story. Yeah, I don't know. And there's a big moment where it's probably supposed to be super symbolic and everything, but up in space, people have been worrying about this deorbiting space station that has a big Soviet symbol on it, and oh, it's fine, it's gonna crash land safely somewhere in Canada, but oh no, it changed course. Where's it gonna land? Oh, guess what? This New Rome City got struck by this deorbiting Soviet satellite. It landed right exactly where our hero was going to build Megalopolis. And there's all these little subplots that don't even last through the whole... This is the last thing I'm gonna complain about, and then we're gonna talk about other things. But like, they spent a good chunk of the movie on this, and I still just don't really know why. They advertised the fact that there is this pop star. There is this pop star, and she is... it's because they're trying to pull all this old Roman shit into it, and she is the Vestal Virgin, and the big thing about her is everyone loves her for her virginity, and they have this big party for the trillionaire banker, and they have this pop star playing, and all of the family is there, which includes the Adam Driver character and the Shia LaBeouf. I guess they're cousins, if you really want to get into it. And all these other people, they're all there, and then the Miss Virgin character, they have her out, and it's Madison Square Garden, but the inside looks like a coliseum. And they have her sitting up in a moonbeam singing her song, and while she's singing her song, there's carnival barkers, and they're auctioning off the continued existence of her virginity to the highest bidder. Like, don't donate money and keep her a virgin. And they're like, and they raise their paddles, and there's $1 million, there's $10 million, there's $100 million to maintain her virginity. And then in all the screens and everything, Shia LaBeouf's character and his weird ass friend who has like a bullseye drawn on his head, they go into the AV area and force the guy to like take a flash drive, and like, at the finale you are going to play this. And then they play it at the finale, and it's this video of the Vestal Virgin in bed with the Adam Driver character. So she's not really a virgin, and everything about her is a lie. But turns out it was all CGI. It wasn't real anyway. And she's not actually just 17. She's actually like 26. So she was lying anyway. So she's still bad. But he's not bad because... I don't know. Yeah. And while all that is happening, Adam Driver's character gets like shit-faced drunk and high on pills and gets into a bunch of fist fights with people and gets knocked on his ass. All the while, like, the love interest woman is like, she watches all, what are we gonna do?
Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay!
With this movie, it's not!
I said everything's gonna be fucking
I don't believe you! So, that's what Spiced Room is for. Cowboy Curtis is the narrator. It is! Cowboy Curtis. Oh, also, I know I'm late to the party, but I binged White Collar over the past month or so, and it was really... I haven't heard of that. Shows how out of the loop I am. I don't even know that many movies that I don't even know that many movies I like that have narrators. I think it's because they're generally just exposition for not much else. The only movie I think that pulls it off well, in my opinion, off the top of my head, and that's the 2005 Tim Burton Wonka. Wait, who are we talking about? Wait, Adam Driver? Isn't he Kylo Ren? No, yeah, that's the actor. Yeah, the actor is Adam Driver. I'm kind of Shadows. I'm just ranting about. I made the mistake of going to see the movie Megalopolis on Wednesday, and it is. I like bad movies, but this one is just so pretentious and horrible and badly made. It just made me mad. Like, I want those 2 hours and 20 minutes of my life back bad. Oh, dang it, Chris. Right, I get it's a rant, but which one exactly? I'm beginning to wonder if we need to call 911 or a therapist. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Lamp redeemed finish your drink now, so I gotta finish this gross Coke thing. The Oreo Coke. So, alright, Lamp, I took your snoots. So here we go. Down the hatch. Aftertaste. Oh.
Whoa. CP Geek 2 just shared 1 bits. Once we get to Hollywood and find those Miramax expletive deleted who are making the Bluntman and Chronic movie, we're gonna make a meet our expletive deleted, then expletive deleted, which is made up of our expletive deleted, then needs their expletive deleted, which is made up of our expletive deleted that we made a meet. Unquote.
Thank you for that, CP Geek. Classic. Last movie you remember seeing in theater was No Way Home. That was like 2 years ago. Definitely dodged bullets these past few years, huh? I mean, the plus is that at least I use Movie Pass credits for this, and I didn't technically pay to see the movie. I got to spend 2 hours eating popcorn and experiencing what could very well be the last and worst movie of the man who gave a leg up to a young George Lucas back in the 50s or 60s. I don't remember which. I think it was the 60s. Whenever American Graffiti got made. So, but oh well, we're all adults. If you want to check it out and see the shit show for yourself, go ahead. But it's one instance, probably the one rare instance where I will not recommend a bad movie because it's too bad. It's too bad. It's bad in all of the wrong ways. Also, the uncle of Harrison Ford and Nick Cage. Late 60s. It was, yeah, around that point in time. Last read that. But like, if you go back through his catalogs, like, he made some good movies. And it's unfortunate that this, I mean, considering his age and everything, that this is I'd be surprised if this wasn't the final movie he's ever made. I mean, dude was born in 1939. But I don't know. We'll see. But if I remember correctly, he also, and it's ironic about this, I'm ranting about the fact that this man made arguably the worst movie I've ever seen in my life, but he also made one of my favorite musical adaptation films of all time, which was the 1968 adaptation of Finian's Rainbow into a movie with Fred Astaire and Petula Clark, which is a wonderful adaptation. So just like, you know, everyone can make mistakes, everyone can do the wrong thing, but well. But another fun fact, that that production of Finian's Rainbow, an uncredited PA on that production was also a young George Lucas, just cutting his teeth in cinema. So, there you go. Not gonna lie, the takeaway I'm getting from this is that the movie was like the equivalent of a hangover for your brain, eyes, and ears. Not so much a hangover for it, it was more just like... just 2 hours of shock, awe, and secondhand embarrassment. Oreo Kite got the zoomies literally running up the walls like a goddamn ninja. Parkour! 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 All right. I ranted a long time. All right. I still have stuff I have to do tonight, so we're gonna wind down here. I wasn't even, to be completely honest, I wasn't even gonna do Marbs, but you know, you stay and you listen to me vent about about fucking Megalopolis. So we're gonna do our Marbs. We're gonna do our Marbs. We're gonna peace on out. Look at the puppy. Ah! Videopolis. Shock, awe, and secondhand embarrassment. That sounds like how I've always imagined parties for my generation. All right, calling all Marb stars, calling all Marb stars. Bring those Marbs to the service desk because we're going to roll. Bring those Marbs to the service desk because we're going to roll. Exclamation point Marbs. Oh, I'm surprised that's not actually an alert. It's got a freaking Facebook message on my watch from CP Geeks. Exclamation point play. Oops, wrong window. All right, exclamation point play, everybody. Let's get those Marbs on the board. Marbles on stream. I was trying to tell my mom, but you were the last one I messaged today. That's all right. But exclamation point play, everybody. Let's see if we can get at least our magic number of 8 Marbs on here ready to roll. Oh, there we go. Why the heck isn't the camera moving? Well, it's because I didn't turn my controller on. Oh, and there we go. We got our 8 Marbs, but exclamation point play. We are open to anyone and everyone who wants to roll and isn't a bot. Monster woes. All right, so far we got CB Geek, Jim, HB, Fates, Crystal Lamp, Shadows, Phoenix, and myself. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
Damn, you're just shit my pants. Holy moly, that's loud. 8 Mars, but no Waddy. One out of chat. Huh, that's fucking loud. I may have to go in and turn that one down. Holy moly. On the plus side, at least we're gonna, well, after this weekend, we're gonna have a little more energy and stuff for we got to do at least one jump scare stream. Turn it up. Waddy said she would be unavailable. Yeah, indeed. There we go. I was more waiting for Seema. Nice to see you, Seema. Well, if there's no Waddy, any packed people? Well, HB is here. I'm sure there's a couple other packed people here. So, but whether they choose to uphold the rules of the pact and remains to be seen, but initially, but I did see that she said extra shift got pulled out from under her, so I don't know. Okay, well, I don't know. But,
we're getting ready to roll, Marb Stars. We're getting ready to roll. Bring those Marbs to the service desk and plop them down on the counter. Bring those Marbs to the service desk on the counter. And of course, as always, for those of you away from your screen, we are playing Marbs on AM radio. Thank you for shopping at Ames.
Oh, we got Devil Skate here too. Pact is only enforced when Waddy is present. Seema's at the Burger King. At the Burger King, rocking some Marbs. You gotta do what you gotta do. I get it. You play Marbs with controller? I move the camera with controller. It's easier for like all the fine motor movements and everything. I'm one of those freaking weirdos where as soon as I start playing a new game, I'm like, please work with controller. Waddy is ever present, omnipotent, omniscient. All right, well, we've got 10 folks here, double digits, so let's get rolling on race number 1, because I still got to run lines and shit tonight before I can go to bed. So I'm ready for 2 performances tomorrow after not having any since Sunday. On the plus side, though, it looks like we're going to have some pretty nice weather, and we are just past peak foliage here in the great state of Vermont, so good weather should bring folks up into the woods and hopefully to our theater to enjoy the sights, enjoy the sounds, and enjoy a thrilling bit of slasher movie-esque theater written by yours truly. All right, looks like your boy is going to be the first one out of the cookie funnel. Chris the Lamp, very close behind, though. Oh, no, your boy goes off the map. Yeetza pizza for me. Oh, boy. Oh, CB Geek joining me for some Yeetza pizza. I can keep this freaking hat on my head. All right, is Seema on the lead? No, Shadows is off the board as well, joining us for some Yeetza Pizza. Pull up a chair, friend. And stealing that coveted 8th place position on the way out. Oh, Seema's joining us too. Man, that Spinner-Rooney is giving us the business. Tell His Highness that I'm fat enough. Hopefully my Switch charges. I want to play some Tears of the Kingdom tonight. I ain't sleeping tonight. Want to know how I know? I still can't sleep with my CPAP on when I want to. Aw, man. But I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. Heck yeah, that's a good philosophy to have. Pepperoni, garlic, fresh basil, please. Sounds tasty. Oh, of course I die. Well, no, nobody dies. Nobody dies when we play Marbs. You just abandon course to head on over to a wonderful pizza restaurant here in Vermont called Felino's. And you converge with all the other folks that have decided to abandon course to go get some Yeetza pizza. And we get to eat pizza and enjoy ourselves while the rest of the Marbs duke it out to finish. So So no dies here, just pizza. Delicious Yitza pizza. Did Fates just shortcut? Very well could have. Oh, but or long cut, but HB with the W. Looks like Jim got the sexy silver, Devil's Gate 3rd, Crystal Ant 4th, Phoenix in 5th. So now Fates just has to close it on in for 6th. The rest of us offer some delicious Yitza pizza. Bought a fish sandwich with cheese because I'm starving Marvin. I think the Burger King fish sandwich is, in my experience, pretty hit or miss. I think if it's really fresh, it's awesome. But if it sits around for any amount of time, it just kind of turns to mush. I think in terms of robustness, then the filet of fish at McDonald's holds up a bit better. But HB with the W. Let's head on over to race number 2, Electric Boogaloo. Weird Airy Cloud. Yeah, I make plenty of those. After having a couple bowls of chili, exclamation point play. I want to see if I can lower the air pressure on my face. It's like sleeping with a hand dryer. Ugh, that does sound uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable with a beard. Well, that's why starting in World War I, the army required men to be clean shaven, because having a beard or even a mustache made the sealing of a gas mask around your face nigh impossible. But exclamation point play, everybody. I think our magic number was 10. It's 10 or 11. I can't quite remember, but we'll do roll call just to make sure. I am also hoping... We've had a few cold days, and I have a wire I have to run through an exterior wall on the roof at the theater. And we've had a few cold days, and I'm hoping that we've had around this time of year, we get a lot of wasps, and there's quite a congregation of them right around where my pole is, where my cellular booster tower antenna thing is. But I'm hoping we've had enough cold days that they kind of got quelled a bit, so that maybe tomorrow I can get up on the roof, run my wire and everything, and be able to stream the show tomorrow night. Because otherwise I'm not really going to have a chance. So we'll see. It'd be nice. But if not, then I'm still recording it, and it'll be up on the Coreyworks channel for anyone who wants to watch it in time for Halloween. The mustache is fine. The beard just makes wearing rubber face mask hard. I try shaving the beard consistently. It just grows out fast. That's why a certain dipshit Austrian cut his mustache the way he did. It was to be able to fit a gas mask. Oh, I actually didn't know that. All right, 9 Marbs. Let's do roll call. I know we had double digits. We got Seema, Shadows, Jim, myself, Phoenix, Devilskate, CB Geek, HB, and Fates. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. If I need to wear a gas mask, I done fucked up. I've got an old military surplus gas mask in here somewhere. I bought it for a stage prop, but it's an actual, like, I think it's like Israeli military surplus, if I remember the seller correctly. Like, it's a gas mask and a cartridge for it. It's technically the real deal. I guess if I need it, I have it. I have a gas mask and a couple of boom booms, and, well, shit happens, I'll at least be mildly protected. I thought it was to rip off Charlie Chaplin. I didn't know there was actually a reason. I have 2. Then again, I suppose if I needed to paint some stuff. All right, well, we got the 9 Marbs, so I'm not sure who we're missing that we had last time. Well, we got Seema, Shadows, Jim, myself, Devilskate, Phoenix, CB Geek, HB, and Fates. Again, if I didn't say your name just now, you are not on the board. And you need to type that exclamation point play in order to get on the board. Was Lamp here with us? I'm trying to think of who it could have been. It was. Lamp was here with us. Paging Chris the Lamp.
Paging Chris the Lamp, are you going to marb with us, friend? Are you going to marb with us? Paging Chris the Lamp.
Chris the Lamp, wake up! He's probably asleep in his chair. All right, well, we got to roll. All right, this is Weird Airy Cloud. World record on this one, 2 minutes, 55.7 seconds. We got the big drop to start, rolling over some button candy. Yeah, that or cinnamon kisses, depending on how spicy you want to be. All right, Seema, first one down. As we got to navigate the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. But fortunately, folks are going round the outside, round the outside, round the outside, which is the smart way to go. But we got some family jewels to contend with. It's going to be a great equalizer as we get to the end of the line here. Could be anyone's race going forward. Phoenix, the first one forward. As we head into this spin-a-rooney. This is a much slower one than the one we encountered last race. Phoenix scooting on through, holding on for one more day. But that day is over. As we got Seema and Jim duking it out for first and second now. Devil Skate moving into third. Jim in the lead. Seema second. Devil Skate third. Shadows in fourth. Ya boy in fifth. As we head towards the Blue Raspberry Twizzler. Tastes like everyone's favorite gas station treat. But Seema flown into the lead here by the power of Fish Sandwich. Oh, but Jim jumping over Seema back into the lead here. The power of the Fish Sandwich did not last very long. Like I said, it gets a little soggy if you let it sit. But Seema staying in business here, making it a race. Shadows in third, Devil Skate fourth, Ya boy in fifth. As we head towards some kind of cube. And Jim with a smart strat going around the outside, round the outside. Devil Skate, though, slipping in there, slowing down a bit. Oh, but we got a mountain of family jewels here to contend with. If someone can figure out how to go around the outside, they'll have this in the bag. Oh, close, but no cigar. Oh, there's Jim and Phoenix, though, trying to sneak out the other side. It may work, it may not. Here comes Seema. Seema on the way out, heading towards this double spin-a-rooney. Flying right through like it ain't even there into this tumble dryer of despair. It's quite a course here. A lot of interesting obstacles, one after the other. Giant douche versus a turd sandwich? Not quite. Not quite. All right, but now out of the tumble dryer of despair, though. Shadow's the first one out. Everybody thank Mr. Skeletal for strong bones and calcium. All right, but these sorting circles here, these can be great equalizers. Oh, and there's Jim back in the lead, heading towards that spin-a-rooney. Getting quite the assist out of it. Phoenix into second. Jim dancing around Aunt Iva's curler there. Dropping on in for the W. Locking it in. Jim with the dub. Phoenix in second. Getting that sexy silver. Here comes your boy, possibly in third, but CB Geek looking to make it a race, but getting kicked around by that tumble dryer of by that spin-a-rooney, I should say, just past the tumble dryer of despair. There's your boy locking it in. Making it official. Now we got CB Geek and Shadows duking it out for fourth. Who's it going to be? CB Geek. Shadows dropping in for 5th. Here comes Devil's Gate for 6th. HB getting the runaround from Ann Ivis Curler there. Well, that's okay. Just a little dance and you're on your way. Now the race is on for 8th. Looks like it may be Fates, which is like getting 4th twice. And Fates officially stealing that 8th. Seema, though, at the last minute, going for some Yeetza Pizza. But Jim with the W, well done. Move on to the next race here. Exploration of the Sea. Exclamation point play. Yar.
And butthole pleasures.
It's not about butthole pleasures at all.
It's not at all. Oh, and Waddy's here. So now How Daring can continue appropriately. What? I mean rap sand. Oh, Waddy fell asleep. That's okay. That's okay. I didn't think initially that I was going to do Marbs at all, but then I got into that super long rant about Megalopolis, and then now here we are. So we're still ending a little early, but we're at least getting our Marbs in. Fates, how dare? Waddy wasn't here. Oh, Fates, how daring yourself. We'll accept it in that case, so Fates, how dare. But you could hold that 8th as leverage in case in the last 2 races Waddy ends up with a 4th. So you never know. But exclamation point play, everybody. With Waddy here, our number should be 10 and 11 if Chris the Lamp comes back around. Bargaining chip acquired. All right, we got Shadows, Seema, Jim, Fates, Devil Skate, CB Geek, HB, Phoenix, Waddy, and ya boy. Boop, boop, boop. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. What does that say? Seabents? S E A B E N C E. Seabents? Am I reading that right? That's a B, isn't it? I don't know what else it could be. Fuck off and let me be. I need to stay put at the Burger King so I can finish playing Marbs. All right, Seema. Well, we'll finish on through it so you can finally get moving. But exclamation point play. Seema's waiting on us. I think this might be us, though. This might be us. We got Shadows, Seema, HB, CB Geek, Fates, Devil Skate, Jim, Phoenix, Waddy, and myself. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. Exclamation point play. Otherwise, we gotta roll with or without you. With or without you. With or without you. Something like that. I don't know. I don't listen to hip hop. I am perfectly fine. My belly is full, and I just had a marvelous burp. Hell yeah. I love a good marvelous burp. All right, we're starting with the sorting circles here. Oh, Phoenix flying right on through. World record on this course, 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Our Waddy and Phoenix duking it out there. Phoenix holding on. Waddy second, your boy third, CB Geek fourth, HB in fifth as we roll down these steps. Just like your boy did when he was a very young child of 3 or 4 years old and he rolled down the stairs of the Capitol building in the great state of Vermont and almost knocked over the Lieutenant Governor, Madeline Kunin. My mom used to love to tell that story. Oh, and some of us missing the target. Waddy flying clear off the target. Yeet's Pizza for Waddy. Looks like CB Geek currently in the lead. HB second, your boy third, Phoenix in fourth. But it's very close. Oh, now we got to contend with some of Ann Iva's curlers here. Just leave them lying around anywhere. Not that big an obstacle from the looks of it. But it did upset the way things are going. Especially that one. So CB Geek holding on, flying through that paddle wheel of sadness. CB Geek got that lockdown. CB Geek going that way. HB taking this other lane of travel. Taking the route of the tumble dryer of despair. But CB Geek taking Jarrus Labyrinth, which looks like it was the smart path to take. This is CB Geek's race to lose as Fates is joining Waddy for some Yeet's Pizza. Here comes HB making this a race. Oh, we got some family jewels down here. That's going to shake things up. Jim stealing that 8th with some Yeet's Pizza as well. Shadows, Devil Skate, Phoenix also joining in at Folino's for some delicious Yeet's Pizza. Only 4 Marbs remain. Seema currently in the lead now. Now it's Seema's race to lose. Here comes CB Geek, HB, and your boy in that order as we look to close things out here. Oh, that's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. It's a ship on the waves. Just sit right back and you hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port above this tiny ship. But Seema with the W. Now we got a race for sexy silver here. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna... And Seema getting the world record too, shaving 2 seconds off of that world record. Well done, Seema.
Excellent.
Well done. 2 minutes 38 seconds, shaving 2 seconds off of the 2 minutes and 40 seconds of the previous world record. Your boy in second, just a hair ahead of CP Geek. Everyone else off for some Yeet's Pizza, but Seema with the world record. After the Gilligan's Island 2. Yeah, I haven't either, and yet I remember the words. First mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day on a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. It started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the valor of a fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. The ship went ground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle with Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor and Marianne here on Gilligan's Isle. Why I remember that, I don't know. Did Jim get the 8th overall? Let's find out. Jim does dare. Jim out there. But exclamation point play, everybody. We're in the penultimate race here, number 4 out of 5.
Truck, duck, pluck, fun to ride, quick, stick, lick, dinner time, split, slit, shut your eye, witch, stitch, pitch, big surprise. Yeah.
I forgot about that one. But thank you for the 25 bits. It's a good song. It sticks in your head for years. Yeah, apparently it does. Yeah, TV show theme songs used to do that. They not so much anymore. I remember it from Mom watching MeTV. It was Gilligan's Island, MASH, and the sheriff. I forget his name. All right, 9 Marbs on the board. Our magic number was 10. I think we had gotten up to 10, folks. All right, we got myself, HB, Waddy, CB Geek, Fates, Devil Skate, Seema, Jim, and Shadows. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. Andy Griffith. They never sang the lyrics to MASH because the name of the song was Suicide is Painless. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. The not quite so fun fact. All right, you got myself, HB, Waddy, CB Geek, Fates, Devil Skate, Seema, Jim, and Shadows. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board, but we got to roll. And demonetized. Dang it. It was Andy Griffith, that's it. The Andy Griffith Show. You can get away with more in the movies than you can on TV. That's true. There's an audio production YouTube channel I watch. It's Spectre Music Group with Glenn Fricker, and it's mostly like hard rock and metal production. But he's running a contest right now for people to record metal versions of TV theme songs. And I've been trying to think of like what I could do to enter the contest. Like what TV show theme song would I want to do a metal version of? And then you have to make a video to go along with it, otherwise it doesn't count. But I don't know, which one could I do? I know the words to quite a few theme songs. I generally prefer Dick versus his Ottoman. But I don't know. I could do Gilligan's Island, apparently. I have to do a metal version of that. I could do a metal version of the Family Matters. I think I remember all the words to that one. It's a rare condition in this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition are the grand design, some people say, and get even harder to find. CB Geek with the W, Fates in second, Shadows third, Devilskate fourth, Seema in fifth. Oh, there must be some magic proof inside these simple walls. Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. The days go by, it's simple love with the family. There's your Family Matters theme song. Oh, I will admit, when I was in like first and second grade, every Friday night I would go over to my grandma's house because me and her would sit down and watch Urkel together. And that was our thing. Jam out there again! I personally don't get that about TV. Not only did George Carlin prove the swears lowering viewership wrong, but now TV is the least watched entertainment medium with the rise. Yeah, I know. But censor's gonna sense. Metal step by step. Let's see. I think I remember that one. The dream got broken. Seemed like all was lost. What could be the future? Could you pay the cost? You wonder, will there ever be second time around? Wow. Ooh, whoa, when the tears are over and the morning has come. Thank my Lord, I'm gonna find someone, and now it will be better. We're putting it together for the second time around. Step by step, day by day, fresh start over. Deeper we fall, the stronger we stand. We'll make it better second time around. Something like that. That's most of the step-by-step theme song. Why do I remember this shit? Exclamation point play, and I'll fucking stop singing TV theme songs. So I found out recently that the youngest daughter on Family Matters ended up doing some adult project. Yeah, I heard about that too. I don't know, like me having nothing to do Friday nights throughout the 90s. All right, we got 9 Marbs on the board. Let's do roll call here. This is our last race, so...
Last call. Bring those Marbs to the service desk. We're going to lock the store and you're going to be stuck inside. Last call. Bring those Marbs to the service desk. You'll have to sit in here with the creepy old streamer dude who's going to sing TV theme songs in your ear all night long. Last call. Plop those Marbs on the service desk and get the fuck out. Thank you for shopping at Ames.
All right, we got Waddy, Jim, Devil's Gate, Shadows, HB, Seema, Phoenix, Fates, and your boy. Let's see, what's maybe a lesser known theme song, or maybe a lesser remembered, I should say. Oh, I don't know. There's so many. There's always too many cooks. That doesn't count. We're not going to do too many cooks.
Whoa. Maribor Panda Booty just cheered 1 bits. Swiggity swooty.
Oh, swiggity swooty. Here comes Mare Bear backing up that booty just in time for the last race. Do Animaniacs. It's time for Animaniacs. We are zany to the max. Too many cooks didn't actually happen. It can't hurt you. Nowadays, the only shows I'd really be watching are on streaming services. I never thought when I was younger that I'd be watching anime. Definitely not watching the major ones, though. Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, and Pokemon. Watching any of those whole series take hundreds of hours alone. All right, we got Mare Bear on the board here, so last call for anyone else that wants to jump on in. This is our last race as we are closing up shop. Jesus, 11:30. I guess we basically got a full-length stream out of this anyway, even though I didn't think we were gonna, but that's all right. I got a nice long rant in there about Megalopolis, and we got to play some Marbs, so let's get rolling. Tiny Toons. We could do Doug. Wow, wow. Yeets a pizza for Shadows and Seema. It's Uber Halloween this month. Oh yeah. Are you going out in a different costume every time, or do you have like one regular one that you're going to be doing? Pepper Ann. Oh, and Waddy got 8th with that Yeets a Pizza as well. Didn't get a dub, so didn't get that hat trick, but hey, Waddy got 8th. Was my last day at this job, and residents had an outing, so of course I left work super late. Even when I got them to bed, I had to eat dinner and get into my costume. Well, I hope the costume Ubering goes over well and you get some nice fat tips out of it. One Piece has over 1,000 episodes. Each episode's like 20 to 30 minutes on average. That's like 500. Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. Although I could totally cheat for the contest though, because I've done a more rocked out cover of of Hey Sandy from The Adventures of Pete and Pete. That's still online somewhere. But no, it has to be a metal cover. I'd have to... In order for to win the contest, it has to be a metal cover. You could probably skate by with like a really aggressive punk cover, but it really has to be a metal cover. You hope you get tips too. Only 2 people acknowledged your effort last week. Oh, well, boo on them. You're Cheshire Cat tonight. Well, we're crossing our fingers for you. Crossing our fingers for you, Mayor Bear. We're crossing our fingers and holding on to your butt. I mean, what? HB currently leading the charge here, dropping to the disco hard with the deadly lasers. Wait, are they deadly lasers or are they just the regular type? Oh, that looks like a deadly laser, though. Going to the paddle wheel of sadness. Getting a little peddling. Oh, Devil's Gate.
Zooming right on through.
Devil's Gate could have this in the bag, but there's HB, though. Through the Spinneroonie Snowflake. I think, well, we'll see. Could be a photo finish. Oh, no, Devil's Gate yeets a pizza instead. As did Phoenix. HB, though, locking in the W. Here comes Fates for second. Fate's getting that sexy silver locked in. I don't know if aggressive Hey Sandy would work, but good luck. Mark's got that energetic soft jam rock thing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that one wouldn't work. But, yeah, just it has to be a TV theme song, and it can't be the Friends theme song. I think those are the only real... and you have to have a video for it. Those are really the only rules. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Oh, and it looks like the Flames of Oblivion picked up the rest of the Marbs on the board. So HB and Fate's the only ones that finish. That means they get all the points out of that. And Waddy, of course, picking up that 8th. As we finish up this Grand Prix, head on over to Victory Valley, see who stands tall and proud, going home with all the gold, glory, and bragging rights. In third place, going home with the bronze, we've got CP Geek, a.k.a. Meat Rod. And in second place, going home with silver, sexy silver is... Hey, it's your boy! I'll take that. I'll take the sexy silver. But in first place, going home with all the gold, all the glory, all the bragging rights, is none other than the most...
Excellent!
Seema! From the Burger King parking lot, Seema picking up the W. 568 points, 1 W. Seema showing us how it's done. Your boy second, 524-0. CB Geek in third, 393-1. HB in fourth, 153-2. Jim in fifth, 128-1. Fates in sixth, 93-0. Phoenix in 7th, 61-0. Devil Skate rolling away with that overall 8th, 54-0. Shadows in 9th, 13-0. Mayor Bear 10th for just 1 race. Zillow and Zamo. Waddy in 11th for 3 races. Zip and Zap. And Chris the Lamp rounding things out. Also only got 1 race in there. But that's your race, folks. We have done it. Devil's Gate, how dare! But of course, let us not forget that we are all
excellent
on this blessed day. So a round of applause across the board for all of us, because we are all wonderful. But with that, it's 11:35. I'm going to go run my lines a couple of times. And then I got to get myself to bed. I'm going to try to get to the theater a few hours early, see if I can do that antenna work. If I can stream the show tomorrow night, if I can get enough of my upstream bandwidth working, that will be going live on the Coreyworks Theater YouTube channel at 6 p.m., which is earlier than I would normally do it. So, if you're not following the Coreyworks YouTube channel, go ahead and give it a subscribe. Remember, YouTube subscribes are free. Go ahead, check it out. Otherwise, if it's not there, then we will, of course, have a finished, produced 4K version ready for your spooky time enjoyment by Halloween. How are the shows going? They've gone pretty well so far. We've got 3 down and 3 more to go. So, of course is the end of our theater season for this year. It's been a year. It's been a year, but yeah, it's going to be, this show especially is going to be a tougher one to let go of. And then, of course, next year is the last show in this series. We're finally bringing things to a close. So, but we got to get through this one first, and I'm really pleased with how so much of this turned out. The costumes are fantastic. The cast put so much into it for something that plays like a PG-13 slasher film. I think people come in really not knowing what to expect, and people have been really enjoying themselves. So maybe Metal She is staggering. Are you feeling better from your poke illness? I am. Tuesday night, like leaving work, getting in my car and driving home, like between like the last hour of my shift and getting home, that's really when it got bad. Just like the whole feeling of cement in your bones, and just like I feel so shit. But went to bed a few hours early Tuesday, got some extra sleep, and pretty much since Wednesday I've been feeling better. Now, like, you know, the sore arms all gone and everything. So now we are immunized. Until the next time, do it, baby shark. And of course, we will have installment number 2, episode 2 of STS Shocktober going live on Tuesday as well. Episode 1 went up this week, which is, of course, the classic tale, The Lottery, by Shirley Jackson, if you're unfamiliar. Starting with what was a very shocking story when it first came out, but with each installment, the stories are getting more and more and more and more shocking until we end with probably what a lot of folks will consider the most shocking work ever put to pen and paper. So we'll see how that one goes. But we got to get there first. Anyway, I got to peace out. I got stuff to do. So,
giant horse cock weighs over 11 pounds.
The fucking what?
Speaking of shocking. All right, everybody. So, because I got stuff to do, I'm not going to raid out just because I hate to raid and run. So, as always, you're all wonderful. You're fantastic. Thank you so much for kicking things off with the hype train. Thank you, Jim, for the 5-bomb you dropped on us. Thank you for the resubs, the 100 bits. Everyone who threw bits our way. It's all greatly appreciated. And yeah, I will be back. We will be back on Tuesday, post-theater season, ready to roll. We got some making up to do in terms of getting through Life is Strange 2 in time for the new game to come out in just a few short weeks. So that's going to probably be our prerogative there, is getting as much Life is Strange 2 done as we can. So we shall see. But I'll see you Tuesday. I will, and I'll be on folks' streams this weekend as well for folks that are having them. But have a great night. I completely forgot it was the weekend. Have a great weekend, everybody. And of course, as always, we got to leave you with those wise words. So long and good night. So long and good night.
And butthole pleasures.
It's not about butthole pleasures at all. Perfectly timed. All right, good night.